Have you ever reacted to something so strongly that even you were surprised by your own reaction? Maybe someone replied to your message a little late, and suddenly your brain went, "That's it, they hate me." Or maybe a friend cancelled plans, and for some reason it felt way more painful than it should have. Or maybe you say sorry so often that you apologize when someone else bumps into you. Sounds familiar? Here's the strange thing. A lot of adult behavior isn't actually about adulthood. Sometimes, it's childhood wearing a very convincing disguise. And today we're going to talk about how childhood trauma quietly hides inside adult behavior without most people even realizing it. Now, before we start, trauma doesn't always mean something dramatic. When people hear the word trauma, they often imagine huge, life-changing events. But trauma can also be much quieter. It can be growing up feeling ignored, feeling unsafe, being criticized constantly, never feeling good enough, or feeling like love had to be earned. These experiences can leave little fingerprints on the brain, and those fingerprints often follow us into adulthood. Let's start with something common: people-pleasing. You know the person who says yes to everything? "Can you help me move this weekend?" "Sure." "Can you cover my shift?" "Sure." "Can you donate a kidney?" "Which one?" People laugh about being a people-pleaser, but sometimes it's deeper than just being nice. Many children learn that keeping everyone happy is the safest option. Maybe they grew up around unpredictable adults. Maybe conflict felt scary. Maybe approval was the only way to receive attention. So their brain learned a simple rule: if everyone is happy with me, I'll be safe. The problem is that rule doesn't magically disappear at age 25. Now let's talk about another hidden sign: the fear of abandonment. Ever notice how some people panic when relationships feel uncertain? A text takes longer than usual. A call isn't answered. Someone seems distant. And suddenly the brain starts writing an entire disaster movie. They're leaving. They're upset. I did something wrong. Meanwhile, the other person is literally taking a nap. Childhood experiences can teach a person that connections aren't stable. And when that happens, adult relationships can feel like emotional roller coasters. Then there's perfectionism. At first glance, perfectionism looks impressive. The organized person, the high achiever, the person with 17 backup plans, the person who edits an email 12 times before sending it. But underneath perfectionism is often fear. Fear of mistakes, fear of criticism, fear of not being enough. Some children grow up feeling loved only when they perform well. Good grades, good behavior, good results. Over time, the brain learns, my value depends on what I achieve. So adulthood becomes one giant performance review. And no matter how much success arrives, it never feels like enough. Another sneaky one is emotional numbness. Some adults struggle to identify what they feel. Ask them, "How are you doing?" And they answer, "Fine." 3 months later, "Still fine." A year later, "Yep, fine." If emotions weren't welcomed during childhood, the brain may learn to hide them. Not because the person is cold, not because they don't care, but because feeling emotions once felt unsafe. The brain became an expert at survival. Unfortunately, it sometimes keeps using survival strategies long after the danger is gone. Now here's a really interesting one. Why do some people constantly expect the worst? They walk into a good situation and immediately start preparing for disaster. A compliment arrives. They doubt it. Something good happens. They wait for something bad. Life is peaceful. they become suspicious. This isn't negativity for fun. It's often the brain trying to stay prepared. If childhood felt unpredictable, the brain learned that being alert was safer than being relaxed. Think of it like having a smoke alarm that became way too sensitive. Now it goes off every time someone makes toast. Another common sign is difficulty trusting people. Some adults desperately want close relationships, but whenever someone gets close, they pull away. It's like wanting to swim while being scared of water. They crave connection, yet vulnerability feels dangerous. And that's because trust is often learned early. When trust is repeatedly broken in childhood, adulthood can become a constant battle between wanting closeness and fearing it. Here's something people rarely talk about. Humor can sometimes be a coping mechanism. Have you ever met someone who turns everything into a joke? Awkward situation? Joke. Stressful situation? Joke. Existential crisis? Extra joke. Humor is amazing. It helps people survive difficult moments, but sometimes it also becomes emotional camouflage, a way to avoid feelings that seem too uncomfortable to face directly.